Sekunde mal warte. Kann ich kurz was sagen, bevor wir loslegen? Klar. Hau raus. Danke, dass du die Uhrzeit beide Male eingestellt hast, nachdem du das Spiel gestartet hast. Kein Ding. Viele nehmen diesen Schritt nicht ernst. Sie belassen die Uhrzeit einfach bei 12 Uhr und lassen es gut sein. Okay. Aber du machst dir tatsächlich die Mühe, die Uhrzeit einzustellen, und das weiß ich zu schätzen. Ja, du, kein Ding. So weiß ich, dass dir diese Erfahrung wichtig ist. Du bist aufmerksam. Immer. Ich kann gar nicht wissen, ob die von dir eingestellten Uhrzeiten korrekt sind. Pass auf, ich habe einen Vorschlag für dich. Da du so kooperativ warst, kannst du bei deinem nächsten Spielstart, wenn du diesen Bildschirm siehst, einfach deine Lieblingszeit einstellen. Mach nur, nimm einfach die Uhrzeit, die du willst. Selbst wenn es nicht die richtige Uhrzeit ist. Das hast du dir verdient. Alles klar, ich lass dich jetzt mal weiterspielen. Danke, Erzähler. So, soll ich dich heute mal ärgern? Hast du Center Shock? Nein, ich habe heute keinen Center Shock. Ich habe immer noch keine bestellt. Ich muss da irgendwann mal anfangen. Schön, dass man da im Bildschirm drin sieht, wenn ich was auswähle. Und da in diesem Bildschirm hat man wieder den Bildschirm, mit wieder dem Bildschirm, mit wieder dem Bildschirm. Das ist super gut. Aber Motivationsbeschleuniger, herzlich willkommen im Stream. Ich hoffe, dir geht's gut. Trink was, ist wichtig bei dem heißen Wetter. So, ich würde sagen, wir beginnen auch gleich das Spiel.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Ich überspringe die.
Stanley worked for a
Wo
company
es
in a
heißt,
big
bei uns
building
ist heiß.
where he was employed.
Ich überspringe das einfach mal, wir haben es letztes Mal schon gesehen. Willkommen zurück, beende das Spiel und starte es dann erneut.
All
Das
of
ist ein
his
Erfolg?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Ah, was
Stanley
kann das nur
decided to go to
bedeuten?
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wer weiß, wir schauen mal, ich weiß gar nicht mehr, was wir letztes Mal alles gemacht haben. Wir hatten die Adventure Line TM entdeckt. Irgendwann müssen wir uns noch ins Broom Closet stellen, glaube ich.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Da. Oh. Ach stimmt, wir waren auch draußen da. Ja, nee, da kann man nicht rein. Schade war's. Door on his left. Na, ich gehe mal in die
This
rechte
was
Seite.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Ja.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
Genau.
just to admire it.
Ja. Ich will zur Employee Lounge. Wir haben ja letztes Mal schon festgestellt, was für eine wunderschöne Lounge das ist. Wenn ihr euch erinnert.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all,
Ja.
just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Ja.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Ja, ich weiß, man kann hier hoch. Lass mich da hoch. Ha.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Ja.
Really worth it.
Ja.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Yeah. Super
But at
gemein.
last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Wie wäre es, wenn wir das nicht tun und einfach geradeaus laufen? Weil letztes Mal sind wir da schon runter. Darüber müssen wir dann auch noch bei Gelegenheit. Aber jetzt gehen wir erstmal hier raus.
Stanley was so
Lager.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Ja. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Okay. Wir dürfen also nicht lügen. Schade war's. Dazu bräuchten wir eine Karte. Ich glaube nicht, dass wir da eine Karte kriegen. Ich frage mich, ob man Ey, die Bretter, die es auch in Long Drive gibt. Ich habe das Bedürfnis gehabt, gerade sie mit F aufzuheben, da drauf zu stemmen und dann drüber zu laufen. Aber das geht, glaube ich, nicht. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. $1000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. $5000. Ich glaube, ihr wisst, was wir tun müssen, oder?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Nein.
I'm not your enemy, really. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Ja, ich fühle mich gerade super powerful. Die Uhr in diesem Spiel zeigt sowieso immer was komplett anderes an. Was ist denn das? Warum habe ich die Uhrzeit überhaupt eingestellt?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Death Counter +1. Bin das nur ich oder kriegt noch jemand Motion Sickness von der hohen Mausgeschwindigkeit? Ich habe es extra schon runtergestellt. Ist es so schlimm? Besser? Finde ich normal schnell. Fand ich auch normal schnell, aber keine Ahnung, manche Leute reagieren da empfindlicher drauf. Nein, ich will nicht zur Employee Lounge.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Besser, viel besser. Okay. Es gibt also verschiedene Sätze, wenn man nicht sein ganzes Leben darin chillt.
Following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, dass wenn man das nicht oft genug...
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Komm, irgendwie muss man ihn doch auf diese Weise mobben können, dass man sich die ganze Zeit umbringt.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime.
Der Anfang ist auch nicht anders.
Back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Wir probieren es jetzt noch ein oder zweimal.
Following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Ich weiß, ich bin very powerful. Ich glaube, es ändert sich, glaube ich, nichts mehr.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Schade.
meeting room.
Ich hätte irgendwie gehofft, wenn wir uns ein paar Mal umbringen, dass er es vielleicht persönlich nimmt.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Da ändert sich nichts. Dann fahren wir mal durch.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not
Ich will da
your
rein.
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? What?
Ja.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Ich gebe dir eine Chance. 2B. Okay, jetzt geht's mit B an. Wir können nicht mehr raus. Wir können nicht zurück. 2B3 kann man auch nicht rein. Das kriegen wir nicht auf. Warning, do not stand on this side of fence. Oh, schade war's. Geht nicht anders. Da geht's auch nicht. Da auch nicht.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, wir machen's mal.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
Du wolltest
You
mir was
see that
Schönes
I
zeigen.
really have wanted you to be happy all this time.
Ja.
The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
Ja.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop.
Ja, verständlich.
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Ja,
And
aber
I think I have a solution.
immer das
Here,
Gleiche?
Let me
Nein.
show you.
Oh, wir dürfen rein. Dieses nicht euklidische Ding hier macht mich fertig. Na gut, dann gehen wir mal rein. Schwarz.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Ich weiß, das sieht super cool aus. Sterne.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right
Aww.
here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Okay, das ist wirklich wunderschön. Die Tür ist super auffällig. Wir müssen da gleich runter. Das ist super entspannt. Also no joke. Ich finde das so relaxing. Bunte Lichter. Mit den Polarlichtern da. Und dann gibt es grüne Lichter. Und Sterne. Ich sehe aber keine Sternbilder. Wahrscheinlich, weil sich das alles zu schnell bewegt. Das hat diese unendliche Ruhe von Kerbal Space Program. Wenn du interstellare Reisen machst. Diese Ruhe. Na, es gibt noch rote Lichter. Leute, wir müssen einfach nur für den Moment leben. Weg. Dieser Raum ist eine schöne Abwechslung von dieser unglaublichen Kurzlebigkeit und Kurzweiligkeit unserer modernen Welt. Mein Werk kann sich schon zurücklehnen und sagen, das kann man heute nicht mehr. Ja, wir laufen mal weiter. Ihr könnt euch ja nicht zurücklehnen. Ciao, ciao.
No, wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
Okay, aber jetzt gehen wir.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Okay, dann gehen wir wieder zurück. Was ein Bild! Das muss doch ein Forest Easter Egg sein. Komm, das hat so Forest Vibes. Das muss doch ein Forest Easter Egg sein. Dann gehen wir mal.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Das ist schon geil.
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
Ja, ich gehe ja schon wieder.
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Nein. Der arme Erzähler.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
Ich weiß nicht. Es hat einfach was.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Bye bye.
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment.
Lizard
Now,
is going to
can
die.
you please get back to the other room?
Na klar.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving. Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Das ist so gut. Die Voicelines, die haben so viele, super viele Voicelines. Das ist so gut.
No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Ich weiß es nicht, Erzähler Chan. Weiß es nicht. Ah!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Ja.
The situation correctly?
Ja. Wir standen doch jetzt lange drin, Erzähler Chan.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me? I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Ja, aber es kommt halt auch nichts Neues, Mann. Dann mach doch eine coolere Lichtshow. Don't try to kill you. I can't let you do this, Dave. Ja. Mann. Das ist super atmosphärisch, dass man dann halt auch in Zeitlupe geht. Das ist so gut. Ja. Oh Mann. Ah, er sagt auch nichts mehr. Ah!
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm
Ja.
going back.
Oh Mann, oh. Kein Stress, Erzähler Chan. Wir können da doch jederzeit wieder hin.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wir gucken mal, was passiert, wenn wir jetzt in die blaue Tür gehen. Also die rote Tür kennen wir jetzt schon.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ja.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
Zock mal bei Gelegenheit Anti-Chamber. Muss ich mal schauen.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nein, nein, wir gehen da weiter rein.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Aber nicht zu sehr schauen.
I realize that investing in your
Nicht
trust
spoilern.
in someone
Nein, das habe
else
ich nicht
can
vor.
be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Da müssen wir auch noch rein.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Ja.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nein.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ich habe die blaue gefunden.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Ja.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Das sind überall
Do you
Wege,
not
die
think I put a lot
hereinführen.
of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Ja!
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Ich kann ja nicht reden.
What? Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Tell me about your experience with this new version.
Hat uns einfach rübergebeamt.
Benefited from allowing you more choices. Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Na, das war schon amüsant.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door?
Weiß ich nicht.
Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Ah. Oh, Leaderboard. Oh, wie cool. Good old Neil. Ah. Neil, Schotte. Ja, 2 Sekunden. Krass. 21,3. Was? Schon 7 Stunden? Complete. Kennst du alles to improve your Stanley Parable career. 208. Friends list is empty. Oha! Hm. 98,9% der Spieler sind attraktiver als Stanley. Das ist your superior. A dead rat. Das ist gut. Dann gehen wir mal to the door on our left. Oh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Ja.
Hey, I
Leaderboards
nearly
sind
forgot
toll.
I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Ja klar,
You
hau
wouldn't
raus.
mind taking a look at it, would you?
Zeig mal.
Perfect. Let me
Ja.
boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep
4
notes on your experience.
Das hätte man ja fast verpasst. Oh nein. Oh, das war aber jetzt knapp, du.
You heartless
Oh nein, wir haben es verpasst.
Did
So,
you do it
so
because you
schade.
hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even
Weiß ich
going to
nicht.
try. I'm out. I'm done. It's
Okay.
over.
Schade
Thank
war's.
you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Ich weiß, ich bin
Oh,
krass.
hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?